Hello, testing. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Agent KRN, and today I'm going to make part two of how to pass your RES exams in 2022. So I know that the upcoming exams is going to be next month. So for those who are studying, I hope you are adequately prepared. If not, you really have to study your ass off because there's really not much time. So and also, I realized that there's going to be almost 100 views on my previous video. So I'm really happy about it. Thank you so much for your support. And that really motivates me to make more videos in the future, perhaps. Okay, so this video is going to be part two, where I am going to share with you 10 questions that I might vaguely remember in the previous exams. And remember when I said in the previous video that when you do the exam, you have to start from back to front. And this is a tried and tested method that I've done during the past two attempts. So that was actually very useful. And so if you're going to do that, the first part that you're going to attempt is section C. So I'm going to throw you 10 questions in section C, and technically you should only use 1 minute to think about the answer, write the answer down and move on. Okay, don't stop too long on any question because that will just eat up time for questions that you are probably going to know the answer for. Okay, so I'm going to time after I've read each question, which will be sort of the time you will take to read the question. So again, don't take too much time to read the question when you're doing the paper, because you do need to do the paper with a relatively, I would say, not fast, but not too slow kind of speed. Okay. So are we ready? I'm really excited. I've really thought about the questions, and some of them are actual exam questions, but I'm not going to tell you which month it came out from. But all these questions are actually picked or sort of copied from various sources in HDB websites, on the different government portals and things like that. So these are legitimate phrases that you should have come across these and understand the 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 different facts and facts around these topics. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with question one. Question number one. Okay. The Housing and Development Board, HDB, is Singapore's public housing authority and a question mark under the Ministry of National Development, which provides affordable and quality homes to Singaporeans. The HDB is Singapore's public housing authority and a something under the MND, which provides affordable and quality homes to Singaporeans. What is your answer? Okay, I'll probably give 30 seconds instead. I think 1 minute is too long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is statutory board. Next question. The ABSD refund is a special concession given only to something married couples to facilitate their changing of homes, given the intent such couples should sell off their first property within something months and not hold on to two properties for an undue period. The ABSD refund is a special concession given only to something married couples to facilitate the changing of homes, given the intent such couples should sell off their first property within how many months and not hold on to two properties for an undue period. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is Singaporean married couples and 6 months. Question number 3. To enable consumers to have better visibility on property agents' track records, the Council of Estate Agencies, or CEA, has published a complete record of all residential property transactions on the CEA blank. To enable customers to have better visibility on property agents' track records, the CEA has published a complete record of all residential property transactions on the CEA blank. Five, four, three, two, one. The answer is public register. Next question. Licensed estate agents can sign up for the blank, which will enable them to submit resale applications and request for blank online. So there's 2 blanks. One more time, licensed estate agents can sign up for the blank, which will enable them to submit resale applications and request for blank online. This should be pretty easy. Now, during my time, CEA was a huge chunk of the exam paper. So if you did not study that, you probably will not pass, which apparently my fatal mistake. So the answer is public register. Okay, next question. The master plan is reviewed every how many years and translate the broad long-term strategies of the concept plan into detailed plans to guide the development of land and property. One more time. The master plan is reviewed every how many years and translates the broad long-term strategies of the concept plan into detailed plans to guide the development of land and property. Nineteen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is 5 years. Okay, number 6. Something blank. Blank refers to a situation where 2 or more salespersons representing different parties in a transaction work together to complete the property transaction to the benefit of their respective clients. The commission is then shared between the salesperson. What is this situation? When 2 or more salespersons representing different parties in a transaction work together to complete the property transaction to the benefit of their respective clients. The commission is then shared between the salespersons. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is co-broking. Number 7, under the lease buyback scheme, after you have sold the tail end lease of your HDB flat, the net proceeds are used to top up your CPF blank account to the specific requirements. Under the LBS lease buyback scheme, after you have sold the tail end lease of your HDB flat, the net proceeds are used to top up your CPF blank account to the specific requirements. You should know this. This is pretty easy. 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is retirement account. Next question. Only non-Malaysian work permit holders in the blank sector can rent the entire HDB flat? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Only non-Malaysian work permit holders in the blank sector can rent the entire HDB flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is service sector. Question number 9. For conservation properties, repairs and restoration have to be carried out according to the URA conservation guidelines and something restoration guidelines. One more time. For conservation properties, repairs and restorations have to be carried out according to the URA conservation guidelines and something restoration guidelines. This one is pretty tricky. Well, I'll go through all 10 when I'm done with question 10. Okay, the answer is specific facade restoration guidelines. Number 10, a sign or advertising sign projecting over any street above the cover of any roadside drain must comply with the building control bracket something bracket regulations and shall not be erected less than 2.5 meters above the cover of the roadside drain. One more time, a sign or advertising sign projecting over any street above the cover of any roadside drain must comply with the building control bracket something bracket regulations and shall not be erected less than 2.5 meters above the cover of the roadside drain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is bracket outdoor advertising. All right. So how many have you gotten right out of the 10? So these are 2-mark questions. You may be wondering, is there like a 1 mark or half mark? That's what everyone's been thinking, right? So even I do not know whether is it 2 or 0, or do they give chance for 1 mark or half mark? The thing is, you don't want to take the chance. You got to make sure you know the entire thing, okay? So mainly, okay, I'm not sure which one you want me to go through, but which one you want me to go through, leave your comments down below. But they're pretty straightforward. The thing is, how do I study for section C? Or are there any tips for section C? Tip number 1 is sometimes, okay, the answer for section C might be able to be found in section A and section B. Okay, so one more time. Sometimes the answer for section C can be found in section A or section B. So you have to open your eyes. Okay. Now, another tip is don't spend too much time thinking about the answer. Okay, if you don't know, means you don't know. You spend too much time, you're going to waste time. Okay, you only go back to it when it's at the end. Or you think you don't have time to go back at the end, you just write down a rough answer and don't write down the answer too hard. Because when you erase, you don't want to tear the paper. Okay, you are only given one piece of answer sheet. Okay, right. And also, sometimes you might be thinking, is this a 1 word, 2-word, 3-word answer. Now, this is a very tricky thing, you see. I can't give you an answer for this because if you know, you know. You don't know, you don't know. Okay. I don't know if, I cannot remember if they got write 2 words or 3 words as a clue at the side, but I cannot remember whether they did or not. Okay. Another thing is for numbers. For numbers, right? Actually, it's okay if you write number or you write the numeral or you spell it out. Okay, but the thing is when you spell it out, right, you better spell it correctly, leh. And it's very easy to make spelling mistakes, or if you never memorize it like clear. Like for example, CEA public register, not CEA public registry. You know, I almost made that mistake and I had to quickly erase the Y and change it to a ER. And then also master plan is 5 years, not 10 years. Okay. Also co-broking. Of course, in normal situation in real life, we don't use say the word co-broking. We just say co-broke. 要 co-broke 吗？这个是 co-broke 的 that kind of thing. So, but if you write co-broke, it's a bit grammatically wrong lah. You gotta write co-broking, okay, which is like a verb. Okay, co-broking. It's like you two RES trying to do something. Co-broking. Okay. Yes. And spelling is one thing. I don't think CA is lenient in terms of spelling. So retirement account. RETIREMENT. It's embarrassing if you spell that wrong in front of a customer as well. So learn your spelling. Just like how Madam Celeste say, you don't want to lose mark because of a silly mistake like spelling. Okay, it's just not worth it. And each question is freaking 2 marks. All right. So that's the end. I don't want to drag this too long. Otherwise, you'll be too bored when you watch this. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my videos. I did not expect a 100 view count. So if this video gets a 100 view count as well, I will perhaps come up with a third video to show you some multiple questions that might or most likely are very popular questions that might come out in the exam. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye.